Welcome everyone, this is Yvonne Davis and David Steele. We're accredited facilitators with the Rocky Mountain Compassionate Communication Network, and you are joining us for week 11 of Unleash Your Creativity, a blending of The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron and Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. So as I said, we're in week 11, and in that chapter, Julia Cameron talks about, she calls it the Zen of sports. And so David is going to lead today's discussion around the importance of connecting with your body, or however you put it. You go ahead.
Well, if I lead, it means somebody follows.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that personally.
Okay, so you're not following.
Well, I also have a mind of my own.
So, to begin with, everything we create at some point flows through our bodies, and specifically through our hands. Mm-hmm. So whatever the inspiration is, the idea, the task, we have to go about the mechanics of bringing it into being, whether it's shopping for materials or just doing whatever the activity is. And actually, sometimes I just stare at my hand, because hands are really amazing. I mean, they are truly amazing. They are so dexterous. There's so much stuff that they can do. And with these fingers, these claw-like things. See, I can scratch my face. I can mess up my hair. But, so, and we're talking about autonomy. So autonomy is anchored in the body. That's, our bodies are these sensory organs that perceive, and each and every one of us is a conglomeration of different perceptions, of different experiences, and that creates our unique identities. And that really lives in our bodies. So any kind of artistic creation, somehow there's a relationship with our body, between our inspiration, our mind, and our body. I love the quote that a laborer is one that works with their hands, and a craftsman is one who works with their mind and their hands, and an artist is one who works with their heart, their mind, and their hands. So these components all come together, but it all flows through the hands eventually. And so listening to our body, being attuned to our body, being in rapport with our body is fundamentally the foundation, the pragmatic foundation of being able to create. Would you like to add anything to what I just said?
Well, it definitely makes a lot of sense to me. And I'm thinking about, like, sometimes noticing when my brain is functioning better than other times. You know, I think about the different parts of my body. Sometimes I'm thinking more about my brain and how it's functioning. Sometimes I'm thinking about my body. Is my body tired? Is there pain? Or does it feel good? Does it feel strong and energized? Am I hungry? Do I need to eat? Do I need to rest? And then also sometimes feeling the emotions in my body, and more attuned to just observing them. Whereas in the past, I didn't have a relationship to my feelings. They were almost like something external to me that imposed dominance on me, and I had to rebel. So the way that I rebelled was to curl inward and just to sort of go into the fetal position and try to pretend like I don't exist anymore, because I can't deal with whatever it is that's pressing upon me in this oppressive way. And because I didn't have a relationship to my feelings. I didn't understand what they were trying to communicate to me. So now when I have my emotions, I check in with my body. You know, what are the body sensations? More than what's going on in my head, because the head can have a story, and I've learned now that the story doesn't necessarily tell me the truth about my feelings. So instead I connect in more with my body and the bodily sensations of my emotions, because those are what really lead me to my needs more than the story in my head. But just trying to work in tune with that, you know, in harmony with that, and not be at war with my body, but be a friend with my body.
Yeah. So inspiration lives in our bodies, and confidence is a physical sensation. It's not just a concept. So some sort of practice. I particularly do Tai Chi. Some people meditate. Some people do yoga. Man, my nose is itching like crazy today, talking about bodies. Some people run marathons, you know, all kinds of different practices. But learning how to be in rapport with our body is just really critical for the creative process. Now, while I'm talking about bodies too, man, feet and legs are amazing too. The fact that we can move around is really a gift, that we can travel the earth, that we can harvest diverse experiences. You know, we have these photon collectors right here that are able to take the energy of a photon or light and turn it into electrical energy to send it to our brains. We have these sensory organs here that can take in variations in pressure in air, which is sound waves, and turn that into electrical electrons so that it goes to our brain. And then we have this flesh, this sensory organ here that is so rich, and the sensations that it provides us are so varied, and it's very much an indication of our aliveness. Touch is the very first thing, the very first sensory apparatus that infants cultivate. I don't know where sound or where taste and smell come in, but I know the first one that becomes coherent in their brains is touch, and then sound, and finally sight, as infants come into the world and become acquainted to their bodies. And of course, we love food. You know, we love a variety and a richness and flavor. Flavor is very important to us. So all of these things, it's like what comes through our body and how we have a relationship with our body, in a lot of ways, is what makes life worth living. When we say we want to avoid pain and we're feeling miserable, that's something that's happening in our body. Whether it's caused by the distress over a relationship or stepping on a nail, it still registers in our bodies somehow. So becoming friends with your body. Let me say one other thing, because when I was young, my body posture used to be kind of stooped and downtrodden. And after I did Tai Chi for a while and I learned how to straighten my spine and look at the world straight on, it had a profound impact on my confidence level, because all of a sudden there was a balance and an assurance in my body that permeated through everything. So the other thing about bodies and being in relationship with the body and using it to creatively express is bodies don't know how to lie. I think that's one of the reasons we numb out, because if there's stuff that our body knows that we don't want to bring into consciousness, it's better to go numb and disassociate. So, you know, we can do a whole digression into trauma and stuff, which I don't really want to do in this tape, but just want to acknowledge that it's there. But anyhow, so the whole point here is to really celebrate our being by celebrating our body and cultivating our creative prowess and our ability to bring stuff into manifestation by creating a deliberate and nuanced relationship with our own physiology, with our own body. So I think that's what I want to say.
All right, thank you. Okay, so that concludes today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot. And so we will end by saying thank you everyone who has subscribed, at least at this moment and the date that we are doing this video. This channel is now over 300 subscribers, so it's grown by about 300 subscribers since I started doing this program in I think it was like January 1st, 2018. So, and now we're at April 1st or April 2nd. So that's really exciting, 300 subscribers in 3 months. So thank you everyone for subscribing, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. And also ring the bell for notifications and click like on this video. And if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment boxes below. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.